Hello YouTube. Today I'll be showing a deck showcase on Luard, Dragheart Luard. So Luard is a very flexible deck. You can build it however you like, especially the ratios and everything. So first I'll just go to the right line. Reference root if you run out point if one second draw card, send it to starter, and then great one drag wizard use when when placed where I did from root, draw a card, and you get a Luard crest. So the Luard crest is basically can only write Luard grade 3. Your Luard grade 3, your Vanguard and Vanguard become grade ET base. And your front row gets power plus 5k for every face I get your Jason during a turn. And for Luard's case, the Luard crest at the end of the turn, if you strike without paying the cost, you put a crit point one drop to the bottom of your deck, so they're assigned to the crit. Great to Red Wizard Leopold, Wider Point by Luard, so plus one draw card, just 3 plus 1, and then drop Ritual 3. Ritual is how many grade 1 you have in your draw. So Ritual 3 is 3 grade 1 in your draw. When you strike, you discard a card from your hand, and you call this a regard. Because this is good because you can then use Luard skill. And then we'll quickly Dragheart Luard. So Ritual 3 at the beginning of your right phase. So right phase means that you need to have already be on Luard. So this will only work on turn after you write Luard. You put 2 normal unit on your drop, put bottom on your deck, and until the end of turn you strike without paying the cost, which is very good. And then the other skill is when your G unit strike, CB1 retire area card, call to grade 1 or lower card for your drop for your deck. So this is just deck boxing from your deck, you just superior call. Very good. So as for our strike, we have 2. So this is Driver Luard. So the strike step is for this is basically like you need to discard card with some of your grade 3 or greater. But because Luard uses it, so you can just bypass the whole thing, like from after your first one if you went second. So Ritual 3. But just when you attack CB1, turn the card from your Jason face up, which means your crest now give your front row power plus 5. Such that for up to 1, for 1 ritual card, call Dragheart, shuffle your deck. So it makes 4 attack, it gives a buff to your front row, very good. And then when you strike, at the end of your turn, your strike goes back to your Jason face up. So next turn, your crest actually give power plus 10k to your front row. So because of that, this deck just sometimes you like to play slow and just slowly grind the game until your numbers get very big. And then next is this Strike Strider Luard. So the strike step, you actually need to discard a grade 3 Luard to put into this. But because Luard just strike for free, Luard actually bypass this like restriction. And then the auto skill is GB2 Ritual 7. This is GB2 means you need to have 2 or more face up G unit. So let's say you go first, let's say you strike, and then you don't have CB, you cannot turn a card, and then you go to the second, you can still do it because you have 1 face up G1, 1 face up Vanguard. Ritual 7 is a bit hard. You really need to sometimes you usually go to this with a third strike or third, but sometimes you go to the second to just grind out the game and force your opponent to turn. So on attack, if you have 5 or more units with the ritual ability, until the end of the battle, this unit gets power plus 10,000 and critical plus 1. So see, it says units and not rear guard. So what this means is that you only need 4 rear guard because the Vanguard is also a ritual unit. And then this part work, and then if you retire to rear guard and discard a Luard from your hand, you get drive plus 1 and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater to Guardian. So this basically turn off them calling PG. They can still Elementaria you, they can still hostage you, but they cannot call grade 1 normal PG from hand to Guardian support. It's good, it's one of your win con, and it can just randomly win you games. So as for how we want to build that, it's very flexible. I play 1 copy of Luard in the main deck just for the discard fodder. But you can, if some people like playing 2 because they're afraid of it going to damage. If you're afraid of this thing going to damage and not being able to go into Drag Strider, then yes, play 2. Otherwise, I think 1 is good enough. Solemn Cloud Dragon. So GB2 Ritual 3. During your turn, gets power plus 10k. And because it's GB2, let's say you have you on Drag Driver and then you flip a card face up, she actually become a 28k because the crest gives another 5k. Very good, but it's a grade 3, so you don't want to play too many copy. I play 1. If you want to play 2, I can sure, but any more than that is a bit of a break. The best grade 2 in the deck, Red Wizard Morfessa. So this is a grade 2, but in draw, it becomes a grade 1. So it counts to your ritual count. And then this skill is Ritual 3, on attack Vanguard. It gains power plus 5. This one on turn 2. And then if your G-Zone has 2 or more face-up card, you count the plus 1 to call another ritual ability. So on your second strike, this makes 5 attack. So on your second strike, you attack with Drag Driver call Morfessa call another card. So you get a guaranteed 5 attack for 2 CB on your second strike. You can do 6 attack if you already have Morfessa on board or in your hand, but that will cost 3 CB. It's hard to set up, but if you can manage to get it, it is also very powerful. But do keep in mind that this is called non-Morfessa, so it costs other units, so you need to keep track of what's in your deck and what's not. 2 copy of Atrocious of the Maple. So what Maple does is when you write to your Luard or you strike, she just calls herself from draw to rearguard. And the fun interaction is that if you have 2 Maple in draw, 1 Maple goes to rearguard, you kill it with Luard Steel, the other Maple can still go to rearguard. So it's just a very good resource engine that you get for free on free turn as long as it's in your draw. Next is Magic of Alteration Turner. So this is just an idea battle attack while boosted. If your damage has a Morfessa card, put it to soul and counter charge 1. So because this deck likes to play a bit of a drawing game, you can run out of CB in the late game, so this is just a bit more resource. 4 Biscotti. I think this is like the one card that you need to play for this, and Morfessa you need to play at 4 copy. So when discarded for hiding from a right deck, or guard, or call to Guardian Circle, EB3 draw 1. Very good. Knight of Apprentice Undercover Dera. So when placed, CB1, look at top 5, you can add herself or any Shadow Paladin, including Esras, which is the PG for this deck. This is a very good shooter. And then the other skill is when attack a great trigger the unit, soul plus 1 gain 10k power. Also really good, but if you have the soul for it, you have to play the Esras because you search with data. 4 Abyssal Owl. So again, you can discard it to just get your 1 copy of Luard to your deck or drop to your hand. So let's say like this is why I'm not too worried about only running 1 copy of Luard, because if you draw this, you can just immediately discard it and grab that 1 copy back to your hand. And then you just keep looping that card, like you can discard it for strike, and then you can add it back to your hand with another Abyssal Owl. So I'm not too worried with only 1 copy of Luard. The other skill is drop Ritual 3. At the end of your turn, if you have Luard Vanguard, you can bind 2 copy of Abyssal Owl to counter charge 1. Counter charge 1 is good, binding is not so good because when you bind, you're removing it from your drop, so you're lowering your ritual count. So keep that in mind. 4 copy of Semius, Ritual 3, get plus 2k. So the great thing about this skill is that on turn 2, this and Morfessa makes a 25k column on turn 2. That is very good because that's just a 2-card guard on turn 2. But that's only fine, but the second skill is GB1. When placed, look at top 2. You may choose 1 from top 2 and call it the rear guard and put the rest skill or fusion and just make a board out of nothing. One copy of Luminosity Wizard. This is just a basic like GB1 Ritual 3 in 10k. One copy of Painkiller Angel. So you retire. At the end battle, it boosts at Ritual +1 retire and draw a card. It's good because it retire because it's just a draw. And then if you use this on turn 2, you just roll plus the ritual line. And that's 2 ritual count already. Very good. And now one copy of Terrorist just for matchups. So if when your Vanguard is attacked, if it is the 5th battle with a more, find this unit, choose one of the unit and it cannot be hit. Just a PG. So that's good. Yeah. 8 crit, we can fat prime, 4 heal, total OT. Total OT is when you drive check it, you basically put 1 card from damage to hand, so you heal 1 but it goes to your hand. And then you can call 1 card and the call card gets plus 10k. The healing is the most important part because the more you can heal, the longer you survive. And the longer you survive, the bigger your numbers going to get. 1 copy of Leather. This is just a very good card to counter Shiranui and Shoujo Doji. So you put it to soul, you play it, you put it to soul, and you draw a card. Your Vanguard gets power plus 5k. And until the end of your opponent's next step, your Ryugat cannot get touched. Which is very powerful. They cannot get bind, they cannot get removed, they cannot get moved to anywhere. So they cannot even be chosen for like dominate and all that. And if Shiranui cannot dominate you, their only multi-attacker is Asperaria. Because their grade 2 attacker need to see your opponent to have been dominated to reset. Right, so that is that go. So now let's see if we can find a fight. So this deck needs a lot of thinking. For one part, this deck needs a lot of thinking, and it's also very flexible. You can change some card, you can put some card. So let's say you want to run more grade 1, you can cut the grade 2 for Peraram, but Peraram cannot be. But only downside to Peraram is you need to call it from hand. You cannot. If you call it from Luard skill, you doesn't use the CB skill to call a card draw 1. That's the weakness of Peraram. You can also run the other card for Luard, which gives you more shield. Like it's a very flexible deck. You just need to see like which deck you prefer, which ratio you like. So opening hand, we would like to have Owl and Data. We also like to go second if possible. Win. So yes, we choose to go second. You can only. Oh, this is a very good opening hand. So you can only. Right, if you. Both you and your opponent Vanguard is grade 3. Or if you start your turn on grade 3. Or Shoujo Doji. Alright, because I'm practicing Shoujo Doji, we have to do it. If my opponent is good with Shoujo Doji, this is going to be a tough matchup. A very tough matchup. Like here, because I don't have tablets in any grade 3, I want to keep one copy of all in my hand, or to just rebook Luard. Let's see. Draw 1, Maple, good. I just started first. That is good. Alright. And now we immediately use the all skill. Just get Luard. and then we go on. Professor. So because my opponent is shoujo doji, they're going to find my stuff. Because of that, you don't want Maple to be in your you want Maple to be in your drop zone always, so that you can keep plusing. Because if they're in the poison, it's going to get stuck and you're not going to plus off of Maple skill. Another thing I can say about Luard is that you want to be really defensive, especially in the early game. Guard when you guard where you can. Guard. Just guard what you can guard early on. Try not to take too much damage. Which one first? Vanguard first? Or let me just. See. Alright, we'll guard this. Okay. That is actually fine. Heal doesn't hurt me as much. I would rather they heal than them hurting me, because heal prolongs the game. And as a sprite tank, I don't mind games being prolonged. Maple. Tera skill CV1. What did I get? Oh, that's good. That is good. I'm at Ritual 2. I can easily get to Ritual 3. That's not an issue. So I'm not going to call anything else. There would heal. Right. Attack. So here, even though I play front, I want to swing with the Dragheart first. So if I swing Vanguard first and I hit front, that will be stalled. But if not, then this way, even if they hit a trigger, my Vanguard is still swinging for at least one to pass, and that's the risk they're taking. Pushing for 3 damage. Probably not. They're going to guard this. They should guard this. So unless I hit OP here, I'm not passing. Okay. Ask and you shall get, I suppose. I can call something? Do I? What? Call something? I mean, okay, they're at 20, right? So even if they hit a trigger, yeah, let's call it. Because the call they get plus 10k, so this goes to 20. And then 100 million to bring it. Oh, that was a misplay actually. I should have called over Morfessa to then activate Morfessa's Ritual 3 ability. That is fine. So if I actually did it properly, I called Morfessa on top. Morfessa, they will be swinging for 25. So yes, I forgot about that. My bad. As you can, yeah. So as you can see now, we're very much ahead of the damage curve. Not only that, we also get Sudden Cloud Dragon to strike with. So now we can freely discard our Abyssal Owl because we don't need them anymore. I be honest, I don't really know what like the combo for Shojo Doji. I just know that it's a good deck. Yes. Izaso is basically what Data is, but for Dragon Empire. So later, eventually, when we get the next hit, right? The next hit would be Izaso. Discard to 1. And then for the Shiranui, select a card with 1. And then the next hit is the Izaso to 1. And for Shiranui, it's Sura is a 1. So when those two gets hit, my opponent they'll actually fell off pretty hard. Just like this. Let's see if I got a trigger. Yes. So now we can guard attack much more easily. So yeah, this is annoying. So cards that can additional shield doesn't actually shows when you initially use them, so keep that in mind. For example, the front line, it should be 30 notification, but it didn't show initially. It only showed afterwards. One, two, three, four. I have ritual forward. So I don't want to do damage for this turn, so I'm going to just take the Vanguard Swing. It's just like this one possible Vanguard Vanguard Swing. We might also just hit another trigger here. And if we don't hit another trigger here, that will just help guarding with guarding so much easier. Yes. For now, we're 30k power. that doesn't get. Alright. Survive that honestly really well. Oh, let me look to these like. So now we just discard Earth. So here's the plus metal. And now you need to activate the Soul Plus one. Nice. Now we're gonna do Bright Driver. Discard Solid Dragon. So now we draw one for this. And now we make a board with Luard. So we kill, what we do is we kill Maple here. So from this, we call Stanius. What do we get? Ooh, another missile. Nice. We would use Dera's skill to use neither of this because we want the soul to CD from work. This is what I meant by just plus, right? So because I haven't seen any viscosity, I'm going to just ED7 draw here. Alright, that's how it's going to be. Yeah, it's fine. We'll play the resource game. So here, I want to attack at disregard. Because we're both at 2 damage, I want to heal. So I will swing at disregard and then Vanguard go to face. So you usually just flip Drag Strider Luard for this because you don't go into Drag Strider much. Right. So you want to just flip that copy up. You go into Drag Rival Luard often, but Drag Strider Luard is very rarely. Yes, heal. So if you have any great one, you usually them heal them out, but otherwise trigger it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is 30, this is 25, 35, this is still smaller. Double viscosity. Alright, we're playing the resource game. So plus this out. Oh, nice. And now we use the skill. In plus setting, so it's 35 now. That's a trigger. We heal again. Alright. This is going to be a long game. But that's fine, right? Because if you're playing a strike deck, a long game is just what you want. So here you see anything gets called by Semius gets retired. And then we get E2E1. What's up? Great one count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7 and we're not going into Strider yet. So yes, it's a good idea to use it now. That's the trigger. Let's see if I can get the trigger. No trigger? Your opponent, they've already shown 4 heal, so I don't have to worry about them healing any on me. Because they've already healed on me. Bad thing is I don't have any PG in my hand. So I need to be really careful. That is this is 33. So here's a plan for playing Luard. Because if you don't want to like use up all your timing, you want to check on your drop during your opponent's turn. So like here, Morfessa out. So I don't need to put Morfessa back next turn, I can just put at my turn. So the opponent probably did draw instead of run. That's good. That's good info. So we'll just take this and see if we can get triggered. Alright. So because I don't have EG mana, this is rough. I might have to just I'm probably going to have to CB for this copy. Yeah, I'm going to need to just use the CB for this copy at this point. This copy is still nothing else. So okay, that means I can use both this. That's so good. That means I can use both this copy then. Can I draw a PG? I cannot. We can just do it again. I don't have PG, I have to take this. I'm pretty sure even my own oh, that hurts. It's sick. I don't want to buy. So I have to drop everything. Woo! That is rough. I will maybe. I don't have PC. So, okay, one Semius. One Semius, two Semius, three Semius, four Semius. Alright, so I'm putting that to level 7 stuff. So like this, right? I kind of don't really have a choice. I just have to go into Drag Strider. I just have to go into Drag Strider and force them. Right. Wait, I forgot to count. How many was my grade 1? I should have 7 by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, yeah, I have 6. Meaning, I have just enough actually. Let's see what I can get from this one. Welcome back. And then the other 7 is what can get me cover here. Actually no, both of you go to bottom left. That sucks. But I will use data here again. Yeah, get me my PG. And now I will use this to discard this. And now I have 3 plus 7 in my drop as well as 4. No, not 4. Alright then. Ending this. This is now just, let's see if we can set hard enough. Draw trigger, direct 3. 3 is actually just nice for us because this is 2 crit and we're threatening them for 3 crit because of crush check, which is just nice. Plus, and now you choose retire this one and discard this Luard. As you can see, right, we have 3 crit in that, 1 front, 2 heal. 3, 2, 1, 5, 6. So we have 6 triggers in that. 6 in 14 card that. That's a bit of 6 in 14, that's 3 and 7. Even if we don't. So here. If you don't have Elementaria, this thing can just suddenly blow up in your face. So that is 3. Trigger to pass. Yeah, that's not enough. Nice. So now they have to guard this attack. They can't take it. the crit to the bottom right, and then. So I do know that I have 2 heal in my deck. My opponent only has 6 cards left in their deck. But now they have to play fast, right? Because they're almost out of time. What's the trigger ratio? Like 5, 3, 4. So only 3 crits left. So they have to play fast right now. Because if they didn't play fast, they're going to just run out of time. Just pass turn. Just a 1 trigger. One trigger pass. Oh, not that. Can I heal? Nope. Alright, so 2 out of 9 card because 1 crit at the bottom, so only 9. Alright. At this point, even if I P2 this, I can't guard both. So, yep. Need to pray for it to heal. Unless I double heal here. That's so bad. Getting hit by that ulti hurts. Getting hit by that ulti really hurts. Especially since you're on turn 3 to it. That hurts. As you can see, that's just how it is. Like, OT is OT, so I hope you learned something from that. Play around with the deck, see what works, see what doesn't work, maybe. And really, you don't get OT to death because OT is OT. There is nothing you can do with it about it. So yeah. Thanks for watching.